Fall Reflections from a Diné Woman's Daughter by me, Elyse Dempsey. The end of a calendar year can bring excitement for a number of things, like waiting to see fun seasonal decorations, or even trying a new soup recipe found on socials. In the Southwest, I can say that fall has its own special time as we are all feeling and moving with the changing of the seasons. Personally, this time of year always brings to mind how October is the start of the new year for my people, the Diné. In our teachings, fall signals the time to harvest the last of the fields and get ready for winter. It signals the time for living through all the planning done in the spring and also preparing for the rest coming in the winter. I always feel renewed during this time, which may seem different for some who feel like it's an ending. I find a peaceful start in the quietness that sets in for nature. I find renewed comfort in the cold weather. I feel a beginning in the thought of the coming rest. I think the ancestors had it right, starting a new year with rest. I've always felt that our histories, indigenous teachings, and wisdom move in opposite motion to worlds external to ours. Our start being the end for another is one example. Wealth depicted as the number of investments and money, but defined as the number of sheep in the Diné world is another example. The act of living in opposition to our nature has become so frequent that it is natural. We are experts in living forward, but moving in all directions. I believe what makes this way of existing easy for me and perhaps my indigenous relatives is that the center of the rotation is rooted in who we are and from which we come. Like a Rubik's Cube. The core is unchanging, but all of the parts are in motion. At Roanhorse Consulting this past quarter, there have been countless moments of living forward and backward and in sync and in opposition. It has become our nature and greatest strength to move like nature, like water. We've been in a relationship and laughs with many new and old partners and have given life to some pretty awesome projects. I gain a lot of energy and hope from the thought that one day all of this emotional, exciting, and delicious work that we do as Roanhorse will lead to a different future for our indigenous relatives. It is exciting to think about the amazing projects we've stewarded into existence over the last few months. To start, Center Native is a one-stop shop database full of digital tools to grow, empower, and showcase all of the amazing Native American resources in New Mexico. We also launched the pilot of the Remaining Economies Apprenticeship in June 2023 to support a cohort of 10 Indigenous women to become decision makers in investment and fund management. It was shared with me that the origins of these projects in particular started as ideas, small conversations about what was needed for our Indigenous relatives and what we could do to help collectively arrive at a better future. There's plenty more that I could share about these projects alone, and I invite you to explore them in your next free moment. One kind ask I do have of you, dear reader and listener, is to take some time to go beyond your work and just live this fall season. Maybe that looks like setting yourself up in a comfy space, hearing some tunes from my mixtape, and joining us at Roanhorse Consulting and living toward our blessings and the future of coming season.